It's that time again, ladies and gentlemen, for another Such Bullshit podcast. I'm Maris Memes, and I've been a little absent as of late. I haven't been streaming as often as I should be, and I've had some recent stuff come up. But tonight, I wanted to stream and talk about something that has been bothering me for quite some time. This bothering part, this thing that's bothering me, okay? Move this over out of the way. What is bothering me, right, is the fact that Mojang Minecraft and the people that run VRChat have ultimately befallen to whatever this generic stereotype of censorship even is. Now, I don't understand it myself. I think it's absolutely fucking stupid and abysmal that we gotta restrict everything that we do in online play in video games. Personally, to me, I find this to be one of the most dumbest fucking things a human being could fucking do. Now, when you start actually looking at what they've been doing, it makes no fucking sense to do. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about right now is VRChat. I'm going to need another swig to fucking start this one. This is the most retarded bullshit I've ever heard in my life. I'm not going to put any information on screen. Usually, the last stream I did it, and sometimes I would. In the future, I'll do it more, but I'm not really in the mood to go out and go search for this information to put it up on screen somewhere over here, or over here by my fucking controller, I'm going to let someone else go Google this shit. Or maybe you've already seen it. Maybe you've already heard of it. Maybe it's already fucking annoying you and you call it bullshit too. Okay? So, the first one being VRChat, of the two topics that I have tonight. VRChat has been adamantly the pioneer, the fucking pioneer of VR. At first when VR was a thing, people were like, oh, no one's gonna buy this shit. It's fucking dog water. It's gonna be like the Virtual Boy on fucking Game Boy Color or whatever. And for a good time, they were completely fucking right. The idea of a gaming headset that goes over your fucking head was never gonna catch on. Steam thought it would, so they kept funding it. They kept funding into it, and eventually it paid off. And, years now we have a bunch of these really cheap fucking people that are using, I don't even call them fucking VR headsets. They're like Oculus Rifts, or no, they're not even that. They're like these $250 pair of different VR headsets, because apparently not all avatars work in VRChat with certain headsets. They don't all load. I think that's fucking hilariously dumb that there's even a company that makes a second party type of VR viewing model type thing. That's just my personal preference. I think it's fucking dumb. The fact that VRChat has that kind of a limited scope to where a set amount of code won't allow a certain model to load unless you're wearing a very specific headset or a specific model of headset that allow you to actually see it. Otherwise, you're using the poor man's version, which every little kid and their mommy's credit card that goes out and buys a $250 pair of headsets or whatever, and just to use it for maybe a couple hours of use, where they go in there and they're in these VRChat Among Us lobbies that are these little kids that are flipping through whatever saved avatars that they found along their travels. Now, there's one thing that I advocate the most in video games. Hacks. Now, before you think, hold the fuck up, bro. You just said that you're okay with fucking hacks. I am not okay with it if it's online and it's being completely misused. If it's being used correctly for fun purposes to entertain the whole community, I'm all for it. I'd like to quote this moment with Rockstar. When they had GTA 4s online. Before actual GTA GTA 5's online. GTA 4 Rockstar would regularly they would request Xbox to ban certain users off their game, and even on PSN, I think, but it was more prominent on PSN. And eventually, it just stopped. Rockstar was like, fuck it, you know what, you guys, you're really creative, the shit's funny, have at it. And then the modding community went fucking crazy on that online game. Even I fucking did the online. It was fucking fun. I'd go in the lobbies, I'd set everyone in the lobby on fire. And it'd be fucking hilarious. You go in there, you listen to 20 people on voice mic, and they go, "Oh shit, why am I on fire? Why am I on fire?" And it's fucking hilarious. And then you start building ramps, and you build shit with the people there, and you give them cars, and it's fun. And you turn around and be like, "Yeah, I'm just flexing my hack tool, no big deal, just for a short bit. Hi, how you doing? I'm here." That's basically what I was doing every time I went in. And it was fucking hilarious half the time. I did it for the sake of comedy. But when you got people to just go in and just fucking completely crash everyone out of a lobby or whatever, that's when a hacking tool goes a little too far. VRChat has a lot of hack tools that unfortunately get misused and then people write their own. The most commonly accepted hack tool is Melon Launcher. Now, a lot of people are very familiar with this hack. It allows you to do fly, speed, go through walls, ESP, so you can see somebody through the walls and whatnot. It's a very useful tool in the fact that it could be used for development purposes. Maybe somebody is developing a map in VRChat, or maybe somebody has to test a model that they just made. It's now useful for that very purpose. Unfortunately, having no creation kit for the game, and especially since VRChat's a sandbox game, having that community tool that was made by the community, which is, again, it's a free game. They're pushing freemium, like, get our new VRChat Plus, you get more fucking avatar space. And it's just like, you fucked with our community. You removed a hack tool that the community has helped put together for years and that has been using it. And a lot of the features that are in that hack tool are features that people want to see put into the game. My biggest complaint since VRChat has been out, my biggest one, fucking movement speed is atrociously slow. I mean fucking slow as balls, dude. It is slow as shit. I don't understand how somebody can move that fucking slow. Sprinting feels like walking in that game, to me. It's the movement in the game, base game wise, is fucking atrociously slow. It is way too slow. You might as well be taking fucking baby steps. A toddler in VRChat could crawl faster than you walk in VRChat. It's bad. So, they added speed in the Melon Launcher hack. Great! Easy speed boost, move around quicker, make it actually feel like you're running the fuck around. Holy shit, why was that so hard? It's a feature added in a hack tool made by the community for use in entertainment. Now, the next thing they're probably going to end up doing with their safety community feature is they're probably going to turn around and they're going to start banning people for using certain words, language that they don't approve of, because, it's their game and their image, and that's all that matters. But, the community, fuck them, right? Did you forget? It's a free game that you're putting out, and it's the community that built the game. It's an online game. Does that not work with your brain? So, I just thought that the whole concept to VRChat has always been kind of, fucking stupid to me. A lot of people misuse VRChat that you would think that wouldn't. A lot of the VTubers that I've said before that I think are mentally ill, that go online, they put a fucking 3D model of themselves up, and they're in the bottom corner, like over here somewhere, and they're like, oh hey, and only their model's moving, you can't see their actual face, and it's like doing face recognition. I have no qualms with this if it's like, let's say for example, you're a Smash player and you're playing, you got a VTube model of Mario up, or I don't know, you're a furry and you want to use furry art and you want to do a furry model. I mean, all for you. But when you start getting into, fucking these fucking lolicon looking fucking girls in the bottom right corner on the VTube screen, and these anime girls and the cat girl, it just, at this point, I'm looking at this, I'm like, dude, have you grown up properly? Are you okay? Do you need therapy or something? You good? Do you want me to recommend you a therapist? Now, that's my personal take on that. I just think it's kind of fucking weird that somebody just can't grow a pair of nuts and get on the fucking camera and be like, hey, how you doing? Maybe they're shy, but Why the fuck even run a community if your whole basis is gonna be some virtual fucking thing that anybody can claim is theirs? See, that's the biggest problem with that. Um, I, you know, I'll go around as like certain characters in VR chat and then voice act them. The most common one I do is I do Morty Smith from Rick and Morty, and I do, oh hey guys, Jessica, oh Jessica, very typical shit like that. I think it's hilarious, but when you start making your entire channel that, I feel like that's kind of wrong. That's just my take, as I said, and what's being wrongful, the most wrong thing that I think is wrong with VR chat, other than the lack of speed, I just think there needs to be more, I don't want to say player moderation because people would abuse the fuck out of that. I just think just having self-abiding rules is more than enough, because most people, the attraction for VR chat is the fact that when you go into the game, that it's this wild west that you enter. It's like the fucking wacky races. You're supposed to enjoy yourself. And a lot of people that go into, VR chat, and they're sitting there and they're thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna see some wacky shit and it's gonna be funny and I'm gonna communicate." That's what they go for. They don't go for the worlds. They don't go for the fucking VR chat premium plus pass. They don't go for the circle jerk. No, they go there because it's fucking hilarious. I mean, Uganda Knuckles, the whole fucking thing, do you know the way back in the day? That cranked. That cranked VR chat's popularity to hit a fucking ceiling cap. And since then, I don't really have much feelings or care for VR chat. I'll play it occasionally. Maybe I'll take it seriously one day. But as it stands, VR chat has ultimately fucked their community up by removing this tool. Unless they release some kind of public tool with a better avatar browser, because there's no built-in avatar browser still to this fucking day. Only Melon Launcher had that, where you could upload your own avatar and actually, give it to people and share it. That was a nice fucking feature that, unfortunately most developers for VR chat, private developers, they have to make avatar worlds where they give out the avatars on podiums, which I think is fucking a dumb way to give out avatars. It's very old, it's very ancient, it still works, and that's the only way to get them legitimately now, because you took away Melon Launcher. I think it's fucking dumb that you just can't go out and go find one built into the game. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. And if that's an issue where it's like, oh, well, it's copyright then, you got Morty on our fucking avatar browser list that you could select from. Fucking the creators of Rick and Morty, they're gonna come after us and take our money. We're infringing on the characters' rights now when they have this avatar viewer. Well, why don't you moderate it more then at that point? Or better yet, why not worry at all? You're a free fucking game. I mean, if that's the case, and people are using copyrighted shit on VR chat as it is, why are you selling a premium pass for upgraded storage? That's sort of like how the Rhythm bot a few years back got completely removed via YouTube's little cease and desist. I thought in that moment when that happened too, I also fucking quit the platform. I thought it was the dumbest thing that YouTube has ever done. I still think it is. But what Rhythm started doing, which, wasn't cool, was they started putting people in these premium pass zones to where if they were paying donators, if they were willing to pay more, they would get a better quality service with the bot. Their bot wouldn't lag, it wouldn't shut off, or it wouldn't, stutter. It would be a constant fucking bot that was working. They had a premium bot, basically, that you'd pay for. And when YouTube found out that they were charging for more money that way, that's when they sent the cease and desist. I don't think they should have sent a cease and desist to shut down the whole operation. I think they should have just went after Rhythm for just the funds they made on the premium pass shit. And then, instead of fucking trying to send them a cease and desist, work with them. You originally had YouTube Music, send them a fucking, send them some paperwork, reach out to them, and build a fucking thing together. Build a server house, invite them into YouTube, and fucking give them their own little subsection. It wouldn't be too bad. And I could see Rhythm having a huge fucking community backing, but that's a whole different fucking story and a whole bag of fucking worms I'm not going to open up here on stream. But let's go to my next quirk of fucking retarded bullshit that I've seen in the last few days. Now, of all things that I would notably say, Minecraft has been, for most people that are in their 20s and 30s, and even, late 40s, or early 40s, I suppose, it has been a essential part growing up for them because they have grown up with this game growing up with Notch, funding into it his own private time and constantly adding patches to the game back in the day, years upon years ago. Now, when he ran the game and it was in its alpha state, before even the survival mode, InDev was what it was called, I had bought multiple accounts just to constantly play on the random servers on there because they were all user run and you'd get banned for stupid shit or griefing certain blocks, and there wasn't even like a health bar, and it was just like free creative. You could do whatever the fuck you want, and it was fucking fun as shit to mess around and troll people in the InDev. I mean, what is wrong with Mojang? And I don't understand why they're doing this. Probably because Microsoft's trying to like shank their nuts for this. Why is Mojang trying to fucking privately and without your consent, when you go on a Realm server or a random join server, they're trying to sit there and fucking spy on whatever you're doing or whatever you're typing, and it doesn't even have to go into fucking chat, in the game chat. You could open up the prompt to type in something. Type something out, but not press enter and backspace it, and they'll find out what it is. And if it's offensive to them, they will remove your ass. They will ban you for a straight week, even though you never even posted it. Does that make any fucking sense? It's basically, I like to consider this a rendition of another game that was recommended to me a few years back that BDX recommended me. Blockland. Now, Eric Hartman, the creator of Blockland, it's kind of like a rip-off Lego Minecraft sort of type deal. Go look it up. It still has somewhat of a community following, but don't go on the forums. It's a fucking shit show. That game's great and all, but the major issues with that game is the owner, the dev, the creator, would revoke keys. So if you bought the game, if he didn't like you, he could just take your key from you and you couldn't play the game. That's the point we're at now. With Microsoft, they're like, yeah, you know what? We don't fucking care. You don't want to pay us extra. You don't want to pay in our store. And that's another thing. If you buy a lot of shit in their Microsoft transaction bullshit Minecraft store, the mine tokens and all this shit, which I think is the fucking stupidest thing they ever added to the prompt because no one's ever going to buy that shit. Anybody that buys that shit, you're a fucking idiot. You can go find that shit for free online, user create it, and the experience is a whole lot better. Even the resource packs you can find on Patreons that are like these 4K texture packs and shit. Fucking, I can't even say just how much better than anything you could find in the fucking Minecraft store. Everything in that fucking store is a joke and stolen. A lot of the things in there are also stolen. Did you know they have anime characters in the Minecraft fucking the fucking store built into the client when you load up in Bedrock version or in the PC version? It's just like, hey, come buy SpongeBob, or come buy the anime version of what the fuck is that group from Naruto back in the day? The Akatsuki or whatever. They have this fucking Itachi model that you could buy for like $5. But it's not even called Itachi, it's some random fucking name, and they're trying to sell it. It's like, dude, you know what the fuck you're doing. You obviously know the character's appearance. It's not fucking third-party made up in a 3D model in 8-bit form. It's still fucking the creator of Naruto's fucking property that you're fucking stealing from, dummy. Maybe they got Creative Commons with them, but I don't see Microsoft reaching out to all these fucking weird companies and doing that shit. I think it's like really under the table fucking, here, let's just change the name of a few things and let's go with that. I don't approve of that. Just do whatever the fuck you want. That's always been my quirk, my duly noted thing. Now, what I don't approve of is the fact that when I bought Minecraft with Notch being the owner back in the day, what I don't approve of is when I bought the game, I never agreed that if I did something wrong that Notch had the full right to put me on a global ban list and completely delete my key and access to the game. No, I never agreed to that. There was never such a thing on there. Now, for a while, he did have a global ban list for the actual global servers. So any server that you tried to join, you wouldn't be able to get in if you were on the global ban list. But it was really hard to get on that global ban list. Like, you had to directly piss him off, just like Eric Hartman. Just like him. Just to get under his fucking skin to do something like that. But here comes Minecraft. Here comes Microsoft. Oh, here we go, guys. Oh, you guys have this gaming community that's been around for, a couple decades almost now? Oh, you guys have it going good? It's great? Alright. You trying to write a sign there? Oh, it's your private realm server that you're paying for, that you're paying us to have your own privacy, Okay, great. Here, have the server. Oh, you're writing whatever the fuck you want. You're saying curse words and there's adults there? Banned. 3-week ban. Bye. 2-day ban. Bye. 7-day ban. Bye. Oh, permanent account ban. Bye. Are you fucking for real? Now, if you go on my Twitter right now, which I'll link it down below, I have pinned on my Twitter the fact that I got banned from Minecraft for 7 days by Microsoft's retarded fucking system for, quote, hate speech, even though I've said nothing wrong. There's people that are complaining on Reddit and people complaining on multiple other fucking platforms as well, voicing the fact that they have been wrongfully banned for doing nothing because their auto ban system doesn't work. You could not. I haven't said anything in game chat, any racial slur that would involve me to get that kind of a notification. I've said fuck plenty of times. Are you going to ban people now in a server that has only adults that are paying for the server, that are obviously making money IRL, so they got to be an adult in order to get fucking money at least. And they're going in here and they're being mature enough to play on a game together and have fun and be a mature thing. I don't understand why, and this is the concept I view it. Why the fuck does Mojang and Microsoft think that every customer is a fucking child? Like, I'm in my 30s, I still play this fucking game. There are content creators that are, in their mid-20s to even 40s that still play this shit. Fucking guy, Technoblade played this game till he fucking died. Like, is that not enough to, signify, hey, look, why are we censoring this shit? Like, I'm just gonna say this right now. This is one thing I want to quote in the event that this happens. I would find it fucking hilarious, just personally to me, and this goes back to Technoblade. I'm not going to talk about this guy much because people have been, on about him saying, "Oh, you're bringing his name up and you're just profiting off his death." I'm not going to do that, of course. I just want to speculate this. In one of the launcher updates, Mojang did a sneaky tribute to Technoblade in the launcher where they had a fucking pig with a crown on its head. Now, what I find hilarious would be this scenario. Just play this scenario up. If somebody were to find out that Technoblade was involved in some seriously racist or fucked up shit, and then that completely just undermines that little tribute that Mojang put up, because now they're just going to go around banning people for hate speech and the dumbest things that they want to ban people for because they don't actually know how their fucking system works. In fact, if you go on my Twitter right now, which is Meme Troll Web, I have pinned that I have received no email for my auto ban for hate speech that I've never even said anything in the game. I'm baffled. What ended up happening was this. I loaded up the game. I went into a realm that my friend owns. We are all playing together for about a week now. I go in, and everyone's offline. They just get off for the night. I keep playing, and I have a sign in my hand. So I put the sign down, and I notice whenever I place it down or put a certain word, the whole sign goes blank. So obviously it's not allowed it. So no matter what you put, it gets censored and the sign gets blanked out. Nobody sees it. So I'm testing words. I'm seeing if I can get around the filter because it'd be hilarious. I wanted to know what the filter's limitations were, what words are not allowed because it doesn't say. So I'm playing around with it. And I managed to put down a sign that basically said the F word. Just said fuck. I got around somehow through weird exploitation that I figured out on my own. I managed to put down the word fuck. Just the word fuck. That's it. 4-letter word. That's it. And it was colored too, which is hilarious to do in Bedrock, which again, it was Bedrock version. And I logged out for the night, I logged back in to go in today, and I'm permanently not permanent, I'm 7-day banned for testing the word filter of a game. I'm banned from every online server, not just one server, every server, for testing the filter, for trying to figure out what you can't say and what you can't say, what words are banned, because there's no fucking public list of words that aren't allowed it. I wanted to know what was allowed it, what I could do, or what I'm allowed it to do, because I'm a fucking adult playing a video game with a bunch of other adults. I don't, like, it's baffling to me that you would even offer a service to host this whole server for us, even though I could easily go out of my way, go to the Java version, and go get a private server that runs a whole lot fucking better than the goddamn Realms and doesn't update it like trash, that you could just go out of your way, pay cheaper for, and be able to run it to your heart's content, and even force resource packs to load for other people to make the game even better. Which I think is fucking awesome. Unfortunately, and that's another quirk I have an issue with Bedrock, you can't switch resource packs while in a server realm, which I think is fucking retarded. So you're gonna sell servers, and you can't even switch resource packs on the fly, but you can switch skins? Java version, you could switch both on the fly. Does that make sense? I guess not. It's kind of dumb. So every time you want to change game modes in Minecraft on Bedrock, if you want to change the theme pack, and maybe you made a Mario level in creative, well, in the vanilla Minecraft resource pack in global. Oh, you want to put on a Mario pack that your friend made? Oh, okay, fuck you, dude. You're gonna have to sign out of the realm, and you're gonna have to go back to the menu, reload the pack, find it, activate it, and then go back into the server. And it's about like a 5-minute wait time, 2-minute wait time at most, or 5-minute at most. And it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? We're paying for that? And a private server could load that shit for free and quick as you enter? What the fuck? Does that make any sense? I mean, I think it's dumb that there's 2 versions of Minecraft to begin with. Let me just say that right now. I don't understand why the fuck we have... No, it's not even 2 versions. You got Pocket Minecraft, you got Bedrock Minecraft, you had Classic Minecraft, In-Dev Minecraft, and just regular Minecraft. Is that enough? I mean, can we just work on one version? I feel like this game's been split more than RuneScape. You got Old School, had Classic, which got shut down, and 3. It's only been split up 3 times. I mean, 2 are only ones that are being left. RuneScape 3 and Old School, which, again, they have their own separate dev teams. Why develop 2 separate games? Just develop one. I mean, really, just put them the fuck together, fuse the 2 together with what you got, and work with it. And try to work with that whole community. Not against them, because if you try to do updates against what the community wants, you're ultimately fucking yourself. Test the waters and save yourselves, basically. I think it's fucking stupid that online game companies, and I'm just saying this right now, if you're a game dev and you're making a video game, be prepared for other people to make a hack tool to work with your game, and don't get offended by it. Because they're fans of your game enough, they love your game enough to make a hack tool for it. Think about it. You could take their work and use it. It's basically free engineering. If they reverse engineer your game and figure everything out that you're building, and they figure out how to make your character fly, speed, shoot a gun faster, get every weapon in the game, all money, basically anything you would see in a Grand Theft Auto mod menu. Good on them. They figured out the game. Congrats. I can't tell you how many hack tools exist online for certain games that actually fucking need it in some cases. Certain games, believe it or not, because of the fact that they were published in such a shitty and unfinished state, that most people that have hacked the game have fixed it. Let me give 2 examples of this. Deus Ex Human Revolution. Deus Ex was an okay game when I started playing it. I streamed it for the last few days, about a week ago. And one issue I ran into was the Motherly Ties quest that you can't turn in, otherwise it soft locks the game because of dialogue. You can't skip any dialogue, there's no prompt, it just hangs there forever. And the only way to get rid of the mission is to kill the girl, the quest giver, and fail the quest. Well, I found out, literally a whole week and a half later, somebody developed a hack tool that you load up while the game is running, and it will complete the quest for you. Because the director's cut version of Deus Ex Human Revolution, published by Square Enix, is a broken pile of shit. That's one instance. Here's another one, okay? Sega, Sonic 06. Go look up all the shit on the cutting room floor on that game. There was even a rainbow gem for Super Sonic in the game for Sonic. Normally, the gems in the game you would buy from the shop with rings. The rainbow gem does not exist in the shop. There's no way to obtain it. It's in the game's code. It does exist. Originally, you could play Super Sonic outside the final trial stage, which, would have been kick-ass. And now there is a whole fan-based team making Project 06, and you can play Super Sonic on the fly in every stage, and it's fucking awesome looking. Like, they've added so much to that game. They made a whole separate game that is the improved version of that game. Maybe they'll even put in a fucking Chow Garden, because everybody thought that was going to be Sonic Adventure 3 originally, too, which I thought was hilarious. We still don't have a Sonic Adventure 3, and we probably will never see one. So, I hope someone just makes it instead, because at this point, fuck it. We're never going to see Sonic Adventure fucking 3. We're never going to see, another decent Sonic game to begin with. But, again, I'm going off topic. I'm just trying to say that there's plenty of examples in video games where the devs didn't put shit in because they thought, it's too broken, or there's no place to put it. That fans have come around, dug this shit up, data mined it, and then did something with it that actually worked. Now, what makes no sense to do from a game publisher standpoint, Square Enix does this and it pisses me the fuck off. And Yoshida, I fucking hate Yoshida. He, honestly, the producer for Final Fantasy XIV, when I say Yoshida, I mean him. He's been threatening legal action against people that are data mining the game. Now, I understand when you're data mining world first, and you're trying to, figure out the exploits to getting a world first in a raid. Okay, completely understandable. Send legal threats that way, because you shouldn't be leaking mechanics to a fight before they're even seen and running some third-party server tool, which I think is kind of a ridiculous claim. But when you got people that are leaking, the new shirt that's available on the cash shop, or a new glam weapon or whatever, or just some new items that are going to be added to the game, new housing items. What is wrong with people wanting to know that shit? Wouldn't it be better for you to leak that anyway, when you think about it? Because if people want to see what it looks like, they're going to see what it looks like eventually in the game systems. When you put a game server on a file to be sent to everyone else to be playable, anybody has access to that file. And they can data mine the fuck out of that just by logging in. So by constantly updating the game and even putting security measures in place, they're still going to be able to see that file one way or another. They'll find a way. So legally threatening them because they just wanted to see what a glamour looks like kind of doesn't make sense now, does it? The whole thing with the billboard too, to go back on that one, I've said this for months since the billboard exploit, or the whole thing where somebody made a billboard with data mine clothes. I honestly think it's just kind of fucking silly that they even turned around and got mad, because it was free advertising. I'm going to agree with Asmongold on this one. When you stop and think about this, why in the fuck are people mad about that? Think about it. It's free fucking advertising. Why would Square Enix get mad? Because Square Enix is fucking retarded. That's why. I just think they could better produce that in such a fucking way to where instead of getting mad at the community, embrace it. Just take it for what it is. And that's what they did with the billboard, but they didn't do it with the data mine shirts and shit. which they just turned around, accept it, they fold it, and like, all right, here's the fucking shirts, here's the event. Moonfair event's going on right now, and the shirt's out. It's fucking hilarious. I did like the shirt. I'm kind of happy I got to see it firsthand, third party. I'm kind of glad because now I know that shirt kind of looks cool. Oh, it's got a necklace right here. Oh, I got a couple pieces of armor I could put with that. Okay, fine. I'll get ready to save that and I'll have a spot ready. See, what's wrong with not wanting to know that information? I feel like producers and game devs should leak or sneak peek a huge portion of their content. Maybe before even adding the fight to the game, or the next raid fight, add like more than 30 seconds of gameplay of those fights and the mechanics going off, so people won't fucking bother to data mine it. They'll already see it, and they'll know what to expect in the fight, instead of just going in blind and not having fun at all and dying repeatedly. But, I mean, that's the sort of the glory of Final Fantasy XIV, which I'm not going to... This is not the stream or the place. This is about Minecraft and VRChat. So, as I'm trying to say, I'm trying to just make points that these publishers and these game devs need to just basically learn to back the fuck off. Instead of just playing, oh, we're hands off, we're hands off. No, you're not. It doesn't work. It does not work. Work with the people that make the hack tools, that data mine, and play hints with them. Do what Toby Fox did when people were data mining fucking Undertale. It was fucking hilarious. He left a lot of jump scares and shit in his code, and it was fucking fun. It's really hard to do that with a game. Just when you think you're done your game, add more shit to people that are trying to look into the files. Just add shit. Just to fuck with the fucking people looking at the game. I feel like that is the best way to do a game. One such game that BDX brought to my attention, I'm trying to remember what the hell it was called, but it was called Toxic or something. I don't remember the name, but it'll come back to me eventually. But if you had reloaded the game on a certain day or a certain time, and after looking through certain files and deleting something, it would, if you reload it in, it would change one of the levels up or some shit. And I thought that was crazy. Shit like that's fucking hilarious. Do shit like that. When you sit in a room for 666 minutes straight and don't move, and the screen just turns red and you just die instantly, shit like that, that's fucking hilarious. It's spooky, it's hilarious, do shit like that, it's fucking funny, okay? Nobody will expect it. Just do it in a random spot in the world, and people will have fun with it. It's a nice little Easter egg. One instance in Final Fantasy, I will say, is this. The Edna appearance of the ghost Edna that appears in New Grandia. That's one example right there. Why can't you just keep, doing similar shit? I don't know. I just find it weird, and I'll go back to my opinion on Microsoft on the Mojang. Like, I don't feel like it is right that they have access and can spy on what I'm doing in a realm. You know what I mean? Like, claiming that somebody is saying this in-game chat. Let me be clear here. When I was testing this sign for, like, the filter, nobody was on the server. No one saw anything. So how are you gonna report somebody for hate speech or whatever reason when there's nobody even on the realm to fucking begin with? Does that make any sense? No, no one's gonna see it. Then it's not bothering anybody. Like, and now you could say, well, what if you were to put it on a sign and log out and, it was something offensive? I wasn't going to keep it on the sign. I was testing the fucking filter. I wanted to know what I wasn't and wasn't allowed to put. I think it's dumb that there's even a filter and they don't tell you. I think it's also dumb that they don't tell you that they're spying on your inputs in the game, even if you don't send the chat message. Even if you open up your text prompt, type something out that's offensive, and then close it. You fucked around and found out. You are absolutely right, Brock. I fucked around on Minecraft and found out there's a stupid fucking filter that got me banned. I think that is fucking retarded. Mojang and Minecraft, they did not send me an email on the 7-day ban. I told them I got around the ban instantly because I have 6 other accounts that I bought when I was playing the game. I even fucking had fucking talks with Notch before, and, I've gotten the Flyhack releases back in the day when fucking beta was still a thing. Okay? It's not uncommon. It's not a huge fucking deal that I'm mentioning this. The only thing I'm trying to say is it's dumb and not right that my privacy is being invaded on a fucking, quote, private realm server that they offer to sell people from the client. And then you're gonna ban those accounts. That doesn't make any sense. It's in Minecraft. You would think that this is something, like, oh, this is Fallout 78 or 76 or whatever, and you're stealing money from the Bethesda store. You're stealing DLC from Skyrim? No, get the fuck out of here. Oh, you broke into GameStop and you stole all the games? Nah. Banned account high score. I fucking can't. I just wanted to do this short podcast to talk about that, because now I'm going to go on my alt and go back to playing fucking Minecraft. I'm going to send this to Mojang and Microsoft. I hope you fuckers, since I flipped you off on Twitter publicly and I pinned it, I hope you fuckers understand that the filter is retarded. You've had this system put in place for 2 weeks and many people are getting banned for no fucking reason. I think it's time to unflip your switch and go fuck yourself. Lars? What the hell's Lars? I don't know. I think it's stupid. And that's all I'm going to say. I think that Mojang and Microsoft need to get their shit together. They need to unfuck this whole global ban system, because no creator so far that I have spoken to has approved of it, because they're all adults. They're all YouTube creators collecting a quick buck that are in their 19s and upward that don't care for this shit. That's all I gotta say, man. I think it's fucking stupid. I think it is absolutely fucking stupid and atrocious. And as for VRChat, they need to put a public downloadable tool, or put it in the fucking game. Melon Launcher, call up, instead of building this anti-cheat system and implementing it, fucking remove it. Contact the people that made Melon Launcher. Invite them to a corporate fucking office or some shit, or an office space, and tell them, hey, look, we want to work with you and implement your program into our game, and we'll pay you for it under contract. And then make it so that VRChat is not free. Don't make it subscription-based, because that's fucking stupid. Just make it a one-time payment, $10. You will sell so many fucking copies of that game, that's not even funny. Basically, anybody who has it for free right now on Steam, they have to pay $10 on a login menu when they go to turn the game on. It says, okay, sign in, you'll have to pay for an account or pay for a key. And then that's it. Problem solved. No need for an anti-hack tool, because the tools are in the fucking game. And now you can actually have an avatar browser. Holy shit, this is fucking huge. This is big brain fucking technology here that we're working with. Holy shit. Again, fucking stupid. Yeah, they're gonna fucking end me. I know too much. So that's all I wanted to say for this podcast. I think that Mojang, Microsoft, and the people that are running VRChat, I think they need to get their dicks uncrossed and untied for a minute and try to figure themselves out. So that's all I'm going to say. I think my next podcast, I'm going to talk about Chris Chan. That'll be either tomorrow or